911, what's your emergency?
The following content is graphic, emotional, and includes dark humor that may not be suitable for all listeners. Discretion is advised. These stories are based on real-life EMS, military, and healthcare experiences. Calls are real, providers are real, names and details have been changed to protect privacy. They may be disturbing to some and are definitely inappropriate for HR department. Any medical or mental health discussion is personal experience, not protocol. Use your damn brain. Follow your local guidelines, and when in doubt, call med control. If you're struggling, don't do it alone. Talk to someone, a coworker, a friend, a therapist, or hell, reach out to me. I'll answer. Need help right now? Text or call 988 or visit 988lifeline.org.
You work EMS. So making it a dual response household, does that seem to complicate things? Does it make things easier, or do you just think it kind of helps to normalize?
Speaking of which, come here. No. Everybody say hi, Wes.
Was that?
It does. So it does and it doesn't. I think the hardest part for us, I feel like he needs to be here for this question, but he's like, no.
I don't want to be on the camera.
Don't be on the camera. The hardest part that for us that we've talked about before, it's I think having to rely on external sources for childcare. But when we were working opposite shift, that was the hardest part. I think because we never saw each other. You know, when I got the new job that you and I are both at now, we follow each other. Yeah, we follow each other. When I started that job, it was kind of, we were worried about it for a minute, but it ended up being a very, very good thing that we were on the same shift. Again, the hardest part of that is the external sources and putting that burden on my in-laws. That's a very heavy burden for them to carry because now they're like, okay, you know, and they always were the caretakers for the kids, but now it's more often and more intensive, especially with the shift that I work. It alternates nights and days every month. So that's difficult for them.
Yeah,
they've had to make, you know, a lot of changes, and it's hard. You know, it's a very hard thing to do, especially when you haven't had young children and God, like 18, 20 years. You know, it's hasn't been that long. I can't do that. Yeah, 18, 20 years.
So you know, as you said earlier, the family is the biggest part of it, and you know, I kind of switch gears in a way, but not really switch gears.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I'm reading it the way I'm reading it. That's not what I fucking wrote. Anyway, so you know, in our at both companies here, we do run calls to where we didn't or do not always have PD SO assistance. So, do you ever feel that you know you may not come home to the kids due to this job?
I've had that thought as well, especially the area that we're in now has some shortages in PD. They're having some hiring issues, so like we don't always have necessarily what we need, and the also, you know, like they need backup, and there's just not enough backup. So I do wonder sometimes if that could be a thing, but whether that's from, you know, any sort of crime willingly being committed against or a psych patient or whatever, somebody who can't control what's happening, or a complete and utter accident, because it does happen, you know, crashes happen.
Sure. I been hit machete by a guy who went to cardiac arrest, so hey, or family that one time. But anyway.
Crackhead machete. I had almost ADHD to do a story from something else, but yeah, that has been a concern before. It has never been forefront, but enough of, you know, to where we make plans and have that sort of thing in place for the kids.
If you think it's too heavy to say it anyway. It beats a eulogy. You don't have to apologize for surviving however you can. You're not the reason things are heavy. You're the reason they're still moving. Need support right now? Reach out to me. Reach out to somebody. Text or call 988 or visit 988lifeline.org. You're not alone. Not in this job, not in this fight. Want to share your story or connect? Visit critical-run.com or message the Facebook page, Dispatched and Dysfunctional. We're building this for you, for them, for all of us.